To race number 2, and we turn the page to an 1800 metre Class 4. Giant Turtles on the class drop at the top. Defining Moment goes up £5 on his 1600 metre win last time. He placed over the 2000 metres 2 runs ago. Go Ballistic, drawn nicely in 3 and drawn to settle handy. Rule These, one off higher ratings over the 1800, Class 371 and Class 367. He's currently rated 55. Gala Knights won his last 2 1800 metre races and didn't seem to run out the 2000 metres last time. Further down, King Print. He won over the 1700 metres in Europe on a heavy track. His best so far in Hong Kong was at 4th over the 1800 last time. He might need 3000 though. And Placlone, the 14, gets to 1800 for the first time, and he did beat home Go Ballistic when they last met. Jamu and Cheerful Star, they've been the Chungfarians.
Horses going forward here, Giant Turtle, California Legend, but in saying that, California Legend wasn't the quickest away last time out on the all-weather and wasn't able to get anywhere near the front at all, California Legend. Giant Turtle with the apprentice on, he'll roll forward. Takes him a little while to get galvanised, but he'll be there, and if it comes down to maybe a battle, he might prevail. Mr Monty, full power. Gala Knight's going to find it tough getting in. Jamu, Go Ballistic, Cheerful Star on the next line.
Defining Moment's the last start winner. He's come out of the race with no issues. He's the one on the far side. Just goes nice and comfortably in his work here, not being pushed out at all. So he hasn't taken a backward step, and he looks in good order here as he comes down. Gala Knight, another one who's a recent winner. He's won twice. He won over this distance at Happy Valley and then the all-weather. I just don't know about Sha Tin for him. That was just the query. But look, he is working comfortably, and he does it nicely as well. Does Gala Knight and Placone. Looks good in the mornings, this horse. He hasn't really produced yet on race day. His best run is probably his 4th behind Defining Moment last start. And the 1800 metres looks like he'll suit him. So, interesting running down the bottom.
Funny you should mention that, Paul, because here is Placone running 4th to Defining Moment.
Yeah, there we go. How's that for a schedule? So, Defining Moment, I do like this horse. I've got him in the numbers. I think he's been running pretty well. Placone, keep an eye on him and see if he can improve coming up. He's in the market, Placone, as well. And Go Ballistic also ran a good race. So all 3 of these ran a pretty good race, I thought, but Defining Moment was the best of them, in my opinion.
Having his 3rd run in about 4 weeks is Defining Moment. He was very unlucky 2 runs ago, should have been a lot closer. Was able to get the reward here this time round. Placlone's interesting because he's down on 41 for David Hall. He made some ground late in that race last time out, so he'd be one I'd be keeping safe.
Go Ballistic also appears in the next replay, Tom. Full Power goes on to win the race, and he's an early favourite for it too. Yeah,
that was his first win at start number 8. Full Power had a good trip just behind the speed, got up in the shadows. The top 2 in this race did clear out, Full Power and Family Leader, probably 2 or so lengths on the rest of the field. Go Ballistic's been running well enough. He's produced a couple of decent runs. There was quite a bit of market support early for Jamu. He's at 7.3 and 2.3, but he's got a wide stall here, Jamu.
Yeah, look, he just pushed out and just got up, didn't he? That was his first win, Full Power. Whether he can put 2 together, that's a question. Zach Purden will jump aboard. Barrier 8 for him and up to 1800 metres. So there's a couple of positives there.
And our final replay for race number 2 is this one. That's Gala Knight leading for home. Do we think he just didn't run out up to the 2000 metre trip here? Yeah,
it looked like it, didn't it? He sort of just didn't really stay that last little bit. Again, Defining Moment runs nicely in this race. Good days, come back to a little bit of form. King Print and also Cheerful Star. Now, all these horses finished in a bit of a bunch, so I have discounted this race a bit as a form race.
That was a concern. Above was just too good for them. Look, you've got about 2 lengths between about 2nd and about 9th. I'd be staying away from King Print after that. He looks very dour. As you said, 3,000 metres and a few hurdles, a few battens might suit him.
We've found a couple of hurdlers in the last few weeks here. What was the one that jumped Victoria's Seeker?
Yeah, well,
and he's on 41 as well.
OK, on to the selections for race 2, Paul.
Well, I know what Tom's not going with. I'm going to go make this my each-way play, Rule D, because I don't think it's a strong race, and he's, as you said at the start, Mark, he's one of a lot higher ratings. Up to 1800 metres by Tavistock looks ideal for him, and Antoine Hamlin's in great form at the moment. So I've got him on top to beat Natural Storm. He's another one at a massive price as well. He comes out of the same race as Rule D. I thought they finished alongside each other. It was a good run from both. And then Full Power and Defining Moment, both be in the market. So a couple of roughies and a couple in the market, but happy to go 4 each way. 4, 9, 7, 2.
Similar sort of numbers for me. I've gone with the 7 Full Power to go back-to-back. Did like that win last time out. Top 2 got away on the rest of the field. Zach jumps on board here for Richard Gibson. So 7 on top of 2 Defining Moment. Joe Moreira riding. He's had a few runs recently, but he seems to be handling his racing well. Go Ballistic's been going nicely. Thought Natural Storm, Pin's 3-year-old here, stepping up to 1,800 metres. Good run first up behind Best View, only beaten 3 3/4, was closing off. And last time out he wasn't bad either, so he's on there as a minor selection at 29s and 9. 7, 2, 3 and 9.
Full Power early favourite to go back-to-back. That's the first two races previewed here on Racing to Win. We'll take a break, come back with race number 3 right after this.